A beautiful checkmate in 2 moves for white here if you can solve it. So try to pause the video and try to find the only move for white here. If you try to sacrifice your rook to his knight, he will just take with king, and after you play your queen check from here, he will just play his king to h6, and it is not a checkmate in 2 moves here. If you try to play your sacrifice your queen to his bishop check, he will just take with rook, and right now it is 2 rooks versus a rook and a knight, and it is not a checkmate in 2 moves, but it will be a draw. If you try to play your queen to e7 instead, he will just play his rook check from a8, and it is not a checkmate in 2 moves. If you try to play your queen f5 and threatening checkmate from here, again the same thing, that he will play check from a8 with his rook, and it is not a checkmate in 2 moves. So actually you can't really move your queen, or maybe you can sacrifice it, but if you sacrifice here, for example, he will take with king, and like right now you don't have a checkmate in 2 moves. There's no time. So you can't move your queen. Maybe moving your king, like playing a waiting move. A lot of puzzles like just play a waiting move even if it is a sacrifice. Like, because if he take your queen, you will just checkmate him with one of your 2 rooks right away. But he don't have to take your queen with bishop. You can take your queen with rook, and right now 2 rooks versus a knight, bishop, and a rook, and it is a draw here. So what is the only move to do a checkmate in 2 moves here for white? The only move, sacrifice your rook instead of his bishop to g7. But why? He will just take your queen, like that's not a checkmate in 2 moves. Like when you take his knight, that's not a checkmate in 2 moves. But he will not take his knight with this rook, he will take his knight with this rook h7, and it is a checkmate in 2 moves. But what if he takes your rook instead? But he can't even, because your queen is pinning his rook, and it is the only checkmate in 2 moves here. If you enjoyed it, like the video and subscribe, and thank you for watching.